Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good morning. 11 o'clock here in Colorado. It's beautiful. It's been very hot the last few days. Up in the, we've been up in the 80s, pretty high up in the 80s. I don't know if we've hit 90 or not, but it's been pretty warm. I'm doing something different today. I actually have done some more advertising about what I do on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And specifically about the podcasts that I do, right? And I've started to say and advertise and put in print that it's live at 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you'd have to figure out what that comes out to in whatever part of the country or world you live in. I'm not quite sure on that, but so we're going to run it at 11 o'clock every day, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to see if we can get some listeners. So up to now, anyway, we're building readers on my blog, and I'm really happy about that. Blogs are good, and the information I'm putting out on them, on mine, is really good, and the numbers are starting to gradually go up. But for some reason, I can't quite get my Spreaker.com podcast audience built up. So I'm going to go with, for a while anyway, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time every day. And you can tune in. And you can call in, for that matter. By all means, you can call in. Let me give you that number right now. It's 970-443-5111. That's me. And I don't know, whatever kind of question you have or comment, or if you got criticism, call that in too. Nobody gets to screen these calls, so be nice when you call if you're gonna come up with something that's a criticism anyway. I don't care. Just do whatever you want to do. So I'm excited about that. I'm on iHeartRadio, right? So if you went to iHeartRadio, and you have to go to podcasts, obviously, and then if you just put my name in there, John, John, Zager, Zegar, it'll lead you to my podcasts. And what do I have it under? It's under Talk, and it's under Thoughts and Travels of John Zager. It doesn't matter. Just Spreaker.com, www.Spreaker.com, and then go to podcasts and John Zager. It'll get you there. It's not complicated. And the other thing, too, is that all of these podcasts are on YouTube every single day. I have my own channel, my own YouTube channel, right? It's just John Zager. John, Zegar. And I've always wondered why people said, like and subscribe. You hit that little like button and you hit that little subscribe button. I don't know what that does, but it tells me if I have people that are paying attention and wanting to listen to the kinds of things that I talk about. And that's helpful for me. I don't think I get anything for that. I don't think they even start paying for for stuff like that until you become like a Tony Robbins or somebody who's getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views or listens per day. I probably won't ever happen in my lifetime, but I sure would appreciate it if you do hit that like and subscribe. It helps me understand who I'm talking to, where you guys are at, and if there's more than 4 people. So anyway, on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com. Actually, the Spreaker address, I've been getting familiar with it. It's just www.spreaker.com. Let's see, that would be /user, USER, /John Zager. That's real simple. And it takes you right to the podcast of that particular day. And then it also allows you to go back through all the archives of, I don't know, I think I've got, I don't want to misrepresent anything, but I think I'm at 125 or 135 podcasts, and I've been doing them every single day, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, so that's over 4 months of daily podcasts. So there you go. Anyway, 11 o'clock every day, Mountain Standard Time. Jump in, listen. I sure would like to start building this up. So, topic for today. I just put down retreat. And I put it down for a couple different reasons. But what it applies to is maybe it's time to retreat back up from the old programs that we live by, right? And I did my blog this morning pretty early. It's a really good, it's a little lengthy, but it's really, really a good blog on just the programs, living in the matrix, that we live in. And, depends who you're talking to and what research you're looking it up from, but it's well over 90% of your day, my day too, of course, that you're living in the matrix. Not me now. I'm not in the matrix anymore. I took the red pill. But all of the information when you were a little person, right? We've talked about this. And you were in theta, which is hypnosis. The first, 6 years of your life, you're just like a sponge and you're absorbing everything and observing everything and listening to everything. And, you're getting all these belief systems instilled in you. And that's what you live by. That's how you make decisions in your life. Everyday decisions are made from beliefs that were implanted in you through observing, parents and adults, through watching them, obviously, through listening to what they had to say, through their modeling their behavior. You formulated belief systems that aren't even yours. Nobody's to blame. It's just that this is old stuff that maybe at best, and I would certainly say not, but maybe at best it applied back then, but clearly doesn't apply any longer today. I mean, the belief systems, here's the way you can tell. So, if your life is a struggle, all right, or a very specific certain area of your life is a struggle, then you're trying to override the belief system. That's a bad thing. It means the belief isn't working. You're trying to override an old belief system that isn't working, that doesn't apply, that has nothing to do with what's going on currently. If your life is fairly smooth, right, in most of your life, generally speaking, or in specific areas, then you're not trying to override the old belief system, and it's probably working for you very, very well. Pretty simple. Yeah, you guys? Let me go through that one more time. It's really, really pretty clear. So if you're struggling, you're trying to override old belief systems that aren't working. If you have a fairly streamlined, non-complicated, no hassle, things are going along pretty well in your life or in specific areas of your life, you're not trying to override the belief system, old belief systems, because they're working. That's it. That's how you can tell whether you need to go back and erase them, get rid of them, and put in new belief systems. So what we're talking about is maybe it's time to retreat, back up, take time out, and reevaluate your belief systems. That's all it is, right? So I would be curious, and again, I'll put that out here, and I don't know how many people are out there listening, but I would sure be interested, just from my background in psychology and neuroscience and just doing research in that, how many people out there are actually struggling with, a certain area or areas in your life, or is your whole life just a struggle? And it clearly says you don't have to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a therapist or a counselor and try to pick all that stuff apart. It isn't important. You can take the old belief systems, and we've talked about what you do and how you get that, put them down on paper, and figure out which ones are not working for you based on what I just went through a couple minutes ago, and then put new ones in. You don't need to get on pharmaceutical drugs, you guys, and pay hundreds of dollars an hour for a shrink when you can just take the belief systems that are not working any longer in a certain area or areas of your life or your overall life and rewrite the beliefs. Put new ones in. That's the... boy, this number changes too from week to week on the internet. I hear all kinds of people coming. It used to be 5% is creative or conscious side of your head. The 90 plus, we're just going to say 95% of your day is from the subconscious programs of the past. 5% of your day is from the conscious side of your brain that you use each day. That's the new, how shall we say it? That's the new programs that you're putting in, the new belief systems. A little added tidbit is that the conscious brain can override your subconscious, by the way. I just ran into that research here a couple days ago, and I thought that was really important to find out. I mean, it gave you hope. It gave you inspiration that, oh my God, I'm not stuck with all this. If I consciously, use that side of my brain, I can easily get through and erase and put back in new stuff. That's really kind of cool. So that's kind of the podcast for today. It's some of the stuff we've gone through before, and my curiosity is from you guys out there, how much of your life has resistance and how much of it doesn't have resistance? One. Number two, where there is resistance, have you sat down on get a piece of paper and figured out what belief system that's associated to? If you are having some resistance in a particular area, figure out what that belief system is and where you got it from. Just keep backing up, and probably somewhere in your childhood, you're going to have a memory recall to where, oh yeah, I remember seeing my mom or my dad encounter that situation, and I remember the remark they made about how difficult that is or something. So I'd be curious if you have worked on belief systems, this is the second question I'm asking you guys, and if you've backed it up to where you can identify where it first happened for you and it came into your memory and it's still there. So contact me. I'll leave my phone number and email here at the end of the podcast, but I would really be curious to see how much of that is affecting people. In doing these podcasts and doing research and being in this business for well over 43 years, I don't see people floating around the planet just being happy. I don't see people floating around the planet being well, physically or emotionally. I see people with struggle. Now, that's not, you don't have to take that as this huge criticism. It just says that maybe there's blocks going on. And that's creating some struggle or resistance in your thoughts, and as a result, thoughts lead to the physical stuff and the emotional stuff. Maybe you have a depression or an anxiety or PTSD stuff or obsessive compulsive kinds of things. Maybe you get sick a lot. Maybe, who knows what it is? Maybe you have disease of some kind. I'm not sure. But again, maybe it's time to retreat, take time out, and go back and do all this stuff. I'd like to have that information for research. It's not going anywhere. I won't even ask you your name if you don't want to give it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just would like to have that interaction so that we can start identifying certain things. Fair enough? Fair enough. Before I forget, once again, my phone number is 970-443-5111. John Zager. You can also get a hold of me through my email. Oh, you can also text on the phone, of course, you knew that. Email address, I've had it forever and ever. It's just jzager@gmail.com. JZEGAR@gmail.com. Website. You're free to go there and read just about where I do and what I've done and services and blah, blah, blah. JohnZager.com. Really simple. Please go there and read. I would like to get that to be a lot more proactive in terms of people being able to go and interact and have questions, and we make that kind of like a community. But until it starts growing, it's just available there for everybody to go and read about different services that I have. My blog, which is big, huge, jzager.blogspot.com. It's the main category is there's a blogger.com, blogger. Tons of people put all their blogs on that, right? And it gets a lot of activity, and a lot of bloggers belong to blogger.com. But your actual address is for me, Jay Zegar, Zegar, blogspot, which is all one word, blogspot.com. Please go read all that stuff. There's I don't know, I haven't counted, a short couple hundred blogs in there. They're very nice. In the evening time, I put a lot of stuff out on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter under Navigator's Handbook. That's one lead I have. And then I have Common Sense Psychology and Common Sense Neuroscience. So wherever you see those three, and separately, that's me. And that's just more information that I blog about, but not under an official blog. But I make sure it goes under those three categories. So, gosh darn, call me, get a hold of me. We're at 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time every single day. That's our little radio broadcast or podcast. Tell your friends. Tell anybody. I don't even know how many we have listening. I'm going to do a big push on social media to try to get more people to this spot. If you don't want to listen, here, go to iHeartRadio, go to YouTube, to my channel. It's all good. So it's already getting really hot here in Colorado, and I hope you guys are having a good early summer. It looks like clouds are out. We're going to probably get some rain a little bit later this afternoon. So God bless one another. Take care of one another as well. And I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. See you. Bye.